Welcome back to my channel, guys, and if you are new, please like, subscribe, and comment. Today on Class with Nay, we're going to make these beautiful Mardi Gras t-shirts. So in my Cricut design space, I already have all three of my t-shirts prepped and made in the design space. I have one for the birthday girl, one for the sister of the birthday girl, and one for the niece of the birthday girl. And if you do not know how to work the Cricut design space, please leave a comment detailing what you would like to learn how to do on the Cricut design space, and I'll be more than happy to help. I've already pre-weeded and cut my vinyl, my heat-on vinyl for the t-shirts, and this is going to be Mardi Gras themed. I have my t-shirt, and I am not ironing on an ironing board. I also do not have the mat, the Cricut mat that's suggested. I used a table, and I put a thick white towel folded underneath the black t-shirt, and we're ready to go. So first, you're going to iron your t-shirt, the area that you will be working on. You want to make sure that you get it nice and neat. Be sure to remove all wrinkles before placing your vinyl down on the shirt. And all I'm doing is just showing you guys each of the pieces that I use for my t-shirt, and this is the first layer. Like I said, this is a Mardi Gras themed t-shirt, and it will be multiple layers, but for the first layer, I'm just going to arrange them where I see fit, where they need to be, and make sure that everything is centered. And I am going based off eyeballing it. I did not use a ruler, but if you are a super neat freak, then I recommend that you get a ruler and you make sure that everything is nicely, evenly spaced apart from one another. Here's a preview of my first layer, and even though it has a protective film over the vinyl, I'm still going to put parchment paper over my project and then iron each area of the project. And I'm just going to use slight force and just go slowly around the whole perimeter of the project, of the images, and just get a good iron in. I want to say I did it for about 2 minutes. If you have the press, then of course you could put it on 30 seconds and kind of just maneuver it around the image. I don't have the press, I use the iron. So, gotta make it do what it do. What you got? After letting it cool down for about 10 to 20 seconds, or when you can slightly touch it, you want to go ahead and remove the protective film from the objects on your shirt. And if it acts as if it don't want to come up, then let it cool down a little longer, and maybe even apply a little pressure to the shirt as you're peeling it. And like I said, just make sure it's nice and cool before pulling it up, because you don't want to peel the image up with the protective film. It should come up nice and easily. The first layer is complete, and now we're going to move on to the second layer, and you just want to make sure that all your images are lined up with one another where you want them to be, because once you iron it down on, it's stuck there. There's no adjusting it. So I'm just gonna put it in place And then we're going to grab our parchment paper and iron these down. And then once they cool off, we're going to peel it again, as you will see. Whenever you are doing layers, just remember that you cannot layer anything over glitter. You can layer iron-on, everyday iron-on on top of everyday iron-on, or foil over everyday iron-on, or vice versa. But you can only put glitter as a top layer. You cannot use it as a bottom layer and then try to iron everyday iron-on or foil iron-on down on top of glitter, because you will mess your project up. And then just be sure not to overheat anything, because the vinyl will melt. So you just have to be cautious of what you're doing. And right now you see me adding on special bedazzlements to the mask, because that's what Mardi Gras is all about. So we're just going to make this mask nice and pretty. And this is the final layer. So once I'm done and I peel everything off, I'm going to use the parchment paper and just iron over all of the images, just to make sure that everything is nice and down on the shirt, so that when my client washes her shirt and dry it, nothing is peeling or coming off. And when you do go around it, just make sure that you do not overheat it or to where it's fading into the shirt, but just enough to where it is completely in place. And there you have it. So don't be scared. Try layering. See how you like it. And be sure to comment and subscribe. And just let me know if there's any other videos you would like for me to post. Thank you. See you next time on Class with Nay. And follow me on Facebook at Just Call Me Nay.